With that being said, let's head out to Clermont and we'll talk to Bill. Bill, you got a 2020 Jeep Cherokee. Tell me what's going on with this thing.
Well, I had it down in your shop last week for putting AMSOIL in it. And when they did the report, they said the battery was low. So I went to a shop and had a battery put in, but now I'm getting that on the display a yellow A, and it's for the start-stop feature.
Mm-hmm. And this is after.
I don't know what to do.
This is after you had the battery replaced.
Yes.
Okay. Did we put the battery in?
No.
Okay.
They said go somewhere else because it's probably under warranty, but it wasn't, as it turned out. So I went to one of the little stores, parts stores.
Yeah. And let me guess, they just disconnected yours, and then they just installed a new one.
Right.
Without putting anything into the vehicle to retain memory systems.
Right.
It'd probably been worth a trip back to Magic Mechanic, Bill. Yeah, you never nowadays completely disconnect power from a vehicle. You've got to have some type of memory minder connected to the vehicle to retain voltage for control modules, start-stop systems, the whole 9 yards. If you do disconnect the battery, and these modules will drain, and when they do, they'll lose memory functions. It can be pretty traumatic, to be honest with you. A lot of times you could spend 4 hours reflashing everything in a vehicle. Just because somebody didn't keep voltage applied to the system whenever the battery was being replaced, and hopefully a few of you do-it-yourselfers out there kind of having this, you're understanding where all this is going. If you just disconnect the battery, it will start losing memory and that sort of thing, and the only way you can get that software back in is to actually flash it. We have to get the info from the manufacturer, and we upload it into our laptop or whatever, and then we can go ahead and download it into your vehicle's computer system in order to bring all those functions back to life. And Bill, in this particular case, that's probably what is going to wind up transpiring here. I wish we would have checked and seen if there was what the warranty was still available on your battery. Usually on a newer vehicle like this, if the battery fails within, the first couple of years, there's usually some prorate left on it to where it will save you a little money, as far as towards the replacement battery. And of course, since we don't sell...
That was only up to 36.
Yeah.
That was only up to 36 miles, and I had 45 on it, so there was no warranty at all.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. That's kind of where we're at. I'll tell you what, give JD a call and find out if we can go ahead and if we have the software to go ahead and reflash that for you. If you have to take it back to the dealer to get it reflashed, I don't know exactly what they're going to wind up charging you, but I'm sure it'll probably be up there a little bit. But we might be able, if we've got it stock in one of our pieces of equipment, like already stored in our laptop, and we can just go in and clear that out, and everything come back to life. That'll be one thing. That's a very inexpensive type of thing to do. But if we have to actually get software to download into it, we're going to be as bad off as what the dealer's going to be. So, but give JD a call on that and see what we can do as far as getting that straightened out. But in the future, whenever you run into an issue like this, just remember on these newer vehicles, I don't care. You can take a jump box and keep them applied to the power and the ground, either on the cables. We use equipment that you can actually just plug into the ALDL connector or into a a actual charge port for your phone or anything like that, but you got to have something in there to keep the memory alive system. You know, if you lose the memory of these control modules, you know, then these are the types of things that you're faced with. And to be honest with you, you might wind up with other issues as well if they didn't have anything in there to retain memory. One of the things that we have problems with is navigation, hands-free phone, your Bluetooth system. A lot of that stuff will start acting up, or it don't work like it's supposed to if you don't keep memory applied to the vehicle's electrical system while you replace a battery. Bill, thank you so much for being our first caller today. And folks, listen, we have a whole bunch of open lines if you'd like to hop on board. It's easy to do. It's 844-580-9326. Or the easy way to remember it is 844-580-WDBO. Our next caller will be first up after the break.